What's good, everybody? Today I'm going to be making lunch from ingredients from our local farmer's market. Nice and simple. Let's get right into it. Alright, so what you're going to need for this is a good cutting board. You're going to need a paring knife and a good sharp chef's knife. So you're going to take your rhubarb right here. And you're going to cut away this end piece because you don't really need it. But it is all still edible, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it in this pot over here where we're going to keep all of our scraps because we're going to boil them out. Alright, so we're going to take our knife and we're going to make a little indent just like this, and then we're going to peel up and out, getting all that outside layer and trying to pull off as much of the red color as you can. Sometimes it kind of dyes it, but yeah, that's the basics for doing this. Then you just peel all the way around, and that's it. And then you'll take your knife, and don't always have to do this, but I'm going to cut it in half just because I have a small board. Cut it in half. Cut it in half again. And then we're just going to go ahead and chop them up. And just like that, you got good sized little rhubarbs. Look at that. So then we are going to take the scraps that are left over and take it on to high heat, and we're going to let all of the liquid leach out of that, and it turns almost into like a stock, and we're going to use that for sauces later. Our next step is going to be to peel and clean some carrots, so we're going to get right onto that. Alright, so we're just going to give these carrots a nice chop, nice and easy, nice and quick. And then at this point, we're also going to add a little bit of water, turn this into more of a stock so we can absorb that color and leach all the flavors out of there. Alright, now we got some chopped up carrots. I'm going to toss that in with our rhubarb. Alright, so we've added a little more sugar and water into that, and it's starting to boil. It's gonna pull out all of the color from that and get a nice like pinkish red color. It'll be really nice. I'm gonna throw in a knob of butter into this pan, and we're going to saute our rhubarb and our carrots so that way we can make a puree out of them. Alright. And we're going to let that cook up then. And we got our rhubarb going even more. Look at that, nice and pretty. A little bit of some garlic paste, not much. It's got this really strong. A handful of salt. And that's about it. We're just going to let it cook down now. Out of this goat cheese. Should be really nice. All we got to do for that is add some cream to it. Our mousse, I like it a little thin. Should be a good consistency. Probably could have gone a little thicker, but that's just about right. We're going to take all of our liquid that we have just boiled out from the rhubarb, and we're going to add it into this pan. This is going to become our veggie and rhubarb puree. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. All that nice color in there. And the rest of this is just essentially garbage. Can't really eat it anyway. Keep mixing them up. Next we're going to do our asparagus. It's best to try to find ones that are all about the same length. You're going to push it with your hand to make them all nice and level and evened out. And you're going to go ahead and cut the ends off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Just about that much. And then they're all perfectly level. So when I go to cook them, they're all going to cook about the same. And it'll turn out really nice on just a straight bed. Look perfect. You can tell when the carrots are done when you can just push on them and they all just kind of fall apart. That's when they're just ready to go. Have a little bit of bite to them, but all broken down. And the carrots are really fibrous, so they absorb almost all that liquid and all that flavor, and you can barely tell the rhubarb was there, which is perfect. And we're gonna go ahead and put this in the blender. In our blender, all I've added to it is a little bit of cream and a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we're going to blend this now. Puree is done. Nice and bright. Looks good. So asparagus ready. Ice water's ready. Boiling water. We are ready to go. Alright. And take these. It only takes a couple minutes. And we are going to toss those guys into there. And blanching them helps retain the green that they have on them. So it'll keep that nice color. Just about done. So as it's cooking, we have our ice water ready. And we're going to transfer them. After we get them done cooking, we can also sear them off more and add more flavor, add a little bit more color if we wish to. But I like having that nice bright green colored. So I think we're just going to keep it like that. All good. We're going to transfer them right over, pick them all up, and hit them with that ice water right away. And that way they'll keep their color, they're nicely cooked, and they're going to taste delicious. Perfect. Fish. That is the very last thing to do. So, I have some Great Lakes whitefish, nice fillet. First thing you're going to want to do is get a paper towel. You know, pat this thing dry. You don't want all that extra moisture in there. It's already a decent sized fillet, but I'm not going to eat that whole thing, so we are going to cut it down just a bit. Just look at that. It's a good piece of fish, that one is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, it's up to you, you can trim off this little thing of belly fat right here. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it into one piece, 3 little sections. Saves me some room. And I'm going to poach the fish in the asparagus water that's left, and a little bit of butter and a little bit of white wine and a little lemon juice, and we're going to see how that turns out. Alright, so now we're going to take all of our fish that we've cut up and we're going to put it in the poaching liquid, and then we're going to cover that with a lid. So we're going to take our fish and plop our fish in there, just like, put a lid on it, and fish will be ready soon. Nice and easy. Now we just gotta wash all these dishes. Our fish is now all done. We're gonna pull them out and then we can start plating here soon. And we are going to start plating. Nice and easy. So, first we're gonna start off with our sauce. Nice X in the middle of the plate. We're just throw our asparagus down. All going the same way. And then next we are going to put a little bit of our mousse on there, just right on the fish, just to hide it a little bit. And then we're going to take our fish and throw it right on the side. Top it off with a little bit of microgreens and a little bit of our butter and lemon sauce. Is a stunning plate right there. Fresh white fish, everything sourced locally. That's a fantastic plate. If you like this video, be sure to check out some of my other content on this channel. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Go ahead and leave a comment. The recipe will be in the link in the description below. Let's keep cooking.